I'm married and have 2 children. As a housewife, I do not work outside the home, and I focus on housekeeping duties. The school was supposed to open on Monday morning. It was Sunday. I bathed the kids, got their clothes ready, and got them ready for school the next day. I went to bed around 10 or 11 p.m., but was very anxious. I couldn't sleep. I was lying down and getting up. In addition, I had a headache. I couldn't sleep at all. Then I dozed off for a minute and woke up at about 3 a.m. I have a 3-year-old daughter, and she was asking for milk. I felt uncomfortable, like I felt something was going to happen. I got up, heated the milk, and gave it to my daughter. She drank it, and suddenly, it was like she dived back in. I looked at the crib and saw that it had started to shake. Everything was shaking a lot, both on the left and on the right. I thought it would probably stop soon, like it had before, but then I realized it wouldn't stop. I was thrown to the right, then to the left. My mother was staying with us, and I ran straight to her room. My mother is old, she has panic attacks, and she also has a heart condition. She could die, so I thought I had to run to her. I saw that the earthquake wouldn't stop. My mother started screaming. I asked her, "Mom, be quiet, calm down." I felt much worse because I left my children in the other room and ran to my mom. My mother was lying in bed, and I got down on my knees. My mom said, Okay, my life has come to an end. Everything is falling apart everywhere. I replied that there was nothing I could do. I opened the window. I said, "There's smoke everywhere." I thought we were going to die. I couldn't see anything because there was smoke. Crack. The windows were cracking. Then I said the Shahada. My mother prayed. I said, "Mom, it's okay. I said, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah and Ashhadu an la Muhammadin Rasulullah." We froze. I didn't even hear the children's voices when we finished. The children were in the other room with my husband. My husband hid the children under a chair while we were on the other side. The doors went back and forth, just like this, back and forth. It just can't be put into words. It's very eerie. 5 o'clock in the morning. Usually no one calls at this hour. We heard someone ringing. Now we knew what it meant. The children were already frightened by the earthquake. I quickly opened the door. Everyone's doors were locked. Fortunately, our doorbell rang. No one in the apartment building ever rang the bell, yet our bell rang. We were in our pajamas. My husband took the kids and went downstairs, and I stayed with my mother. My mom has bad knees. She's in pain. Her knees hurt. I tried to get my mom to come downstairs. Phone in my hand, heart pounding, my hands and feet shaking. She was walking very slowly from the 5th floor, slowing down, which was a very dangerous moment. There was snow on the ground, and we had no socks. Once we got out of bed, we left. I had one sock on my foot. I put it on my mom and told her we had to go. Mom's leg was injured. She couldn't step on it. She was shaking a lot. I said, "Mom, don't shake. Mom, don't shake. Come to your senses." I tried to bring my mother to her senses a little bit. This time, my husband froze because the house behind us collapsed. I said, "Keep an eye on the kids. I'll go over there." I said, "There are people there." I yelled, "I'll go there." I ran over there without my shoes on. I was told to be quiet. I heard people screaming. People under the rubble of the apartment building were screaming and screaming. These balconies were piling up on top of each other. They were piling up in such a horrible way with babies inside. There was no AFAD or rescue team at that point. Only people were mobilized. Everyone forgot about their own lives. I don't know. It's something unimaginable. We experienced something that we can never forget. I had these people in front of me all the time, the children who stayed there forever. I didn't see them, but I waved at them. I thought about those kids. I thought, my God, they're there. They stayed in these ruined houses forever. They were left under the rubble of these ruined houses. When the earthquake hit for the second time, we went to the apartment on the 1st floor. It was my son's classmate's house. We went there and we stayed there. I said, "Let's bring them something to eat." The neighbors came and we brought some groceries and tried to cook. I look and see the roofs collapsing. I took my mother and told my child, Kareem, run. The door bent like this. Mom had one leg left on this side, the other on the other side. Mother fell on the floor, my daughter on one side. Me here in the middle, pulling, trying this way and that way. I looked at the roof and saw that the roofs were collapsing. The second earthquake was also very destructive. I got out. I don't even know how. I felt something was burning, and I tried to see if it was food in the kitchen that was on fire. The smell was getting stronger, and I could see that the roofs were collapsing. I said, God, where are we going to go? Even though it was on the first floor, I felt really scared. It was very scary on the 5th floor as well. We could have been trapped under the rubble, but it was even worse on the 2nd and 1st floors. The foundation was shaking off the ground. If the ground shakes, the foundation rises from the ground like this. I couldn't stand on the ground. There was no food, so I ate snow, and I'm still sick because of it. Look in what condition my mouth and face are. There was not a sip of water. There was dirt on the floor. Everything was closed. We could not find a piece of bread. We could not enter the house. The children were screaming, asking for water. So it was very bad. People who really suffered are sometimes subjected to violence. There are looters, there are thieves. In Malatya, a man died and a ring was taken off his finger. Those kinds of things happen. People are afraid for their lives. We got out of that area in an aerial platform truck. My husband brought it from work because he was on his way to the site. I was waiting in that car. I couldn't step on the ground because the ground was moving like this. The ground was moving. I didn't leave the car for 2 days. I sat in the trunk in the corner all that time, just like that. I didn't even want to look outside. I didn't want to step on the ground. So it was not 7, but aftershocks of magnitude 5.6 and 6.2. Of course, the ground was shaking again. That's how the car was shaking. I was shocked. So we all gathered in one place. We came to the gathering place, and there was another earthquake in the area. Everybody ran away. The floors are collapsing. The walls are collapsing. No, we left before any help arrived. We decided to go to Antalya, even though no one was waiting for us there either. But we still decided to go to Antalya because we thought there wouldn't be anything like that there. My relative's husband is a driver. He said he would find a car. No gasoline, no money in our pockets. We set off with what we had. Also, my brother worked here, and I asked him to bring us water. There was no cell phone service. He only brought water, and we were able to drink water. There was a resting facility on the highway. We hit the road. When we arrived there, I said I was freezing. Please give me some tea. I was told they couldn't give it to me for 5 liras, that it cost 8 liras. I was refused. I said, please give me a cup of tea. I'm freezing. There was snow and ice everywhere. We couldn't get anywhere. Elbistan was in ruins. Marash was in ruins. Everyone was in fear for their lives, so we couldn't find anything until Mersin. We couldn't find anything. We came to Mersin. We said we wanted some breakfast. We asked how much it cost, and we're told, for 800 liras, we will make breakfast for you. My brother has a daily wage. He gave us money, and we had breakfast. We have had tough days. Our acquaintances and friends are still having hard times. We have called them, and they say that earthquakes are still happening. They say there is plenty of food and drink right now, but they have no morale or spirits. We have been forced to leave our homes. Look, we came here. To these places we would never have thought to come to, but the earthquake is still happening. Who would want to be forced to leave their houses, to come here like this? We would want to come here under good circumstances, but with that kind of morale and attitude when we left our home there. God bless them. These people opened their doors to us. The food is good, everything is good, but our morale and attitude are not right. We left our home where we lived and came here. Look, everything is good here. Everything is there. We're sometimes in need at our home. Sometimes we eat onion bread, but there is your own house, the place where you grew up, your own house. Here we have everything, but we're not happy. God bless you all. Everyone has opened their doors. God forbid that no one should ever go through something like that again. We've been through it, but no one should ever have to go through something like that again. Not even our enemies. Even though this place is perfect, my own house and my homeland are different. My own place. I grew up there. My children are there. My home is there. The smell of that place. We're used to those places. Someone else's place can be just as perfect as possible. God bless them. They don't complain about anything. Everything is perfect here. But our thoughts and minds are always there. Our loved ones died there. We buried them there, so it's very hard. Our memories are there. Our old friends and our neighbors are all there. Everyone should value each other. So everything is actually emptiness. We're working to achieve something in this world, but it's all for nothing. So everything has turned to ashes in 1 minute. 1 minute, even in 1 second. 1 second. I always said I wished I had a nice house with a mezzanine. Now I don't even want that anymore. My point is, we have nothing. Everything has turned to ashes. We only saved our children's lives and our own lives. We saved nothing of our possessions, but I don't expect anything now. Onion bread, peace, health, everything else is vain. There are no more tears in my eyes, but in reality, seeing this news still makes us cry inside. So my heart sinks every minute. It's very hard. It can't be put into words.
We invite eyewitnesses of climate disasters, as well as anyone who has specific knowledge of such events, to be interviewed. Please contact us, share your story, for the whole world to know the truth. Participation of every person is important.